Hello and welcome to Successiory. I am Crystal Marie Seeley and founder of Successiory, and I'd like to welcome you to today's safe space to discuss sustainable schedule. What does it mean for you to work and work well and work happy? Today I'm just going to touch on 3 points that can help you to decide on a schedule that actually works for you. Who are you? That's the very first question you have to ask and be really honest with in answering. Not everybody's a morning person, and despite popular belief, you do not have to be successful. When are you most effective? When do you wake up? When do you have the energy to work with people? When do you work solo? The second thing that we want to look at is how you work. So, are you following a process that has been handed down to you because someone else believed that this was the most effective way to do things? Or are you following a process that you actually believe in, or one that you have created that actually works for you, works with the energy that you have and your own thought processes? So that's your process. And finally, now that you've looked at when you're most effective and how, your process, what more do you have time for? Does this mean that you have more time for clients, or now that you have less time for clients? And how is this going to affect how you run your business? Does this mean you have to raise prices? Does it mean you have to look for clients who work in the same way that you do? What does this really mean for you? Right? So let's go through pretty quickly because I know we're all busy people. The first thing, your energy. When are you most effective? I'll give you my example. I am an introvert and a morning person. In the morning, I wake up and I do reflection. And so by the time I start my workday, I'm already thinking through solutions to the challenges that my clients have. So I'm already in full mode, taking action to process how this will work, to analyze different solutions, to map those out, to write those in documents, whatever I have to do to get it out, to make it clear that there is a way forward for my clients. So this is where I do client project work, and I do it solo. Once I've done that, I am rejuvenated, I am energized, and I want to connect with people at this point. So by the afternoon, I'm ready for calls and collaboration. I feel like I've accomplished something, so I'm able to be present on my calls. I'm not distracted by all the tasks that I feel that I still have to do. If this works for you, you can take that. But if you are a night owl, perhaps waking up that early in the morning is probably going to leave you cranky and it's going to affect the rest of your day. So it's really important that you get honest with yourself about how you work and what works best for you. So that's just a quick example, a summary of the who you are, right? And when you're most effective. In establishing a process that actually works for you, I'd like to say you don't have to throw away a process if it's been handed down to you, if it's been done by somebody else and you actually believe in it. But if you find that there are aspects of this process that you really have to plod through, that you really do not enjoy doing, then there's nothing wrong with taking a step back and assessing if there's a better way to do this. If there's a shorter way to do this without cutting corners, without losing quality. It's worth it to take the time to figure out these things so that when you actually develop a schedule, now all you have to do is live through it. You don't have to keep changing it. You don't have to keep promising to do things, putting it on that calendar, and then never getting to it because you really would rather not touch it. If you're honest about what really lifts your energy, you can build a schedule around a process that works for you. In my situation, let's say I'm talking about a consulting client, right? I have a role, my clients have a role, and this is important to me because I want my clients to walk away feeling the reward of the success that we achieve from this. If they have ownership of part of the process, that ensures that they get to enjoy the reward as well. My role is to make sure that I'm asking the right questions, that I'm digging into the right areas that they would need to look into for their unique situation. This is a process that I have come up with that has streamlined what I did before, because initially I was doing all of the work, I was only asking questions and then coming up with a full solution for my clients. In this process, I've streamlined, I'm doing less, the client is doing a bit more, but they have a much deeper understanding of the process that I've gone through. And therefore, we get to celebrate together. We get to come up with the solutions together because I bring my own knowledge and expertise and they bring theirs of their own unique business. It's really a rewarding process for me. What would that look like for you? How can you change your process? How can you refine your process so that it really brings out your best and makes your clients celebrate along the way as well? And finally, now that you know when you work best and you could put that into a calendar, now that you know your client's engagement process and how you streamlined it and that fits into your calendar, notice I'm saying your calendar and not your checklist, because a calendar gives it a real time and a real deadline and a way for it to work. Now we're going to look at what's left. Now that you've streamlined, is there time to fit more calendars, more clients into your day? Or do you need to leave a few more buffers in there so that if things take longer than you planned to, or if your energy drops a little bit during the day, you have time to rejuvenate before you go on to the next task? Being honest with yourself about this is truly where you get to save yourself from overwhelm and burnout and all the other things that make our schedules not work for us. So, how is this really going to work for you? In my situation, I need to leave a lot of buffers, but process and knowing when and where I work best have really helped me to figure out exactly how many clients I can serve very well within a month, because you don't want to take on tasks that you can't do well, right? So I hope that this has helped you really think through how you work best and what processes will work for you. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me. And I hope that you have a great day. All the best.